Okay, folks, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon muser this evening. Tonight, I just wanted to hop on and give a quick overview. I've been intending on doing this for a little while now, but it's an overview of what you can expect from the Heroes Save Villages initiative for the first quarter of 2021. For those who are unfamiliar, the Heroes Save Villages campaign is the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really terrific organization active in over 130 countries that benefits over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. And to date, the channel's raised close to, it's close to about $6,000 or $7,000 for the kids who benefit from SOS Children's Villages International's activities. So. And of that, this year, we've already raised about $1,300 US, which is crazy to think that we're not even out of January. And we've already blown past a quarter of the goal for this year. So what I want to do in this video is just give you, first off, a reminder about the upcoming charity raffle that will be drawn on April 1st. And then I also want to talk about our first charity session for the year and what that donors can do to participate in that, what to expect from other charity sessions going forward. I mentioned in my year in review that I was doing something different with the charity sessions this year, so I want to kind of set out what that is and what to expect so you can plan your calendars and your donations accordingly, if you elect to donate, that is. And also to set... talk about some of the things that have already been achieved with it, because there's something that I've got in the works right now that is because we've already blown past our first milestone for the initiative for this year. So without further ado, let's jump in. So I mentioned what the Heroes Save Villages benefits, the SOS Children's Villages International Charity. And from now, time of recording is the evening of January 24th, 2021. From now until... April 1, 2021, for every $25 that you donate to the Heroes Save Villages campaign, then you get one chance to win either a grand prize or one of the other awesome prizes that we have available on our raffle. The grand prize this year, or not this year, but for this first raffle, is going to be a copy of this, Beadle and Grimm's incredible, Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden Platinum Edition box set. Now this is just... the massive box that this comes with. There is also a big tube of maps that it comes with. There's also you can see up there, there's some miniatures that come with it as well too. All of that is there. This is my copy that I purchased. Beadle and Grimm have given us a copy that we can use as our the grand prize in our charity raffle. That's still boxed up, so whoever's the winner of this will get it brand new, still in its packaging. If you don't win that, you still get a chance to win the silver edition, which is our second prize, our second place prize for the raffle. That one is has almost the same content as the platinum edition in terms of the core stuff for that particular adventure, just without some of the other extra stuff on it. It's still an incredible and beautiful product. And if you don't win that, there's still some other prizes as well, including the chainmail dice bag, like we gave away last time too, created by one of our regular players, Dave Fortier. He's our resident armorsmith, and I'm actually fortunate, to have a chainmail dice bag that he made for me too. And this is my one right here. So that'll be one of our prizes as well too. This beautiful handmade chainmail dice bag, different from that one. There is also a dice box, a dice tray made by one of our other players too, Andrew. And there are prizes available from the Dungeon Musings Redbubble shop. So there'll be some t-shirts again. There'll be some posters again, just like we did in our last raffle. So there's lots of great prizes that we have on offer. And every donation, so every ticket for the raffle is $25 Canadian, which works out to about $17 US. And everyone gives you a chance to win one of those prizes. I'll be doing the draw live on April 1st, and we are likely going to try and organize that to be with a session as well too. So we'll do that live during the session. We will also be rolling, just like because we do a lot of old school games or run a lot of old school games on the channel, we'll be rolling a random encounter table. So I'll be creating random encounter tables. There's not going to be any bell curve stuff on it. It's going to be straight. Everyone has, for every ticket you get one chance to win. and we'll roll it live. So each of the prizes that we have available, we'll go through one by one, starting with the grand prize. And even if you win something on one of your tickets, you're still going to have a chance to win with other things. So yeah, so hopefully there's a lot of great prizes. And then, of course, best of all money that's donated goes directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it comes to the channel. None of it goes to any other middleman. It just goes to help out those kids. So you get a chance to win some gaming stuff, and you get a chance to help out some kids who could really use some help. In addition, for this year, one of the things you're going to have a chance to do is if you have donated, you will also have a vote in what we'll be playing in our upcoming charity sessions. So we're going to have 5 charity sessions this year, and each of the charity sessions is it 5? No, there's 6 charity sessions this year. And each of the charity sessions is organized around a different theme. So that you will have a choice of 4 different games for the first 5 games. If you donated for the time when the raffle starts until the raffle draw, in that period, you'll get a chance to vote on 2 different games. So for this one, our first session, it will be coming up. The first charity session will be played on February 27, but voting is open now. Voting is open now until February 6th. Anyone who votes between now and February 6th, if you donated, you get 1 vote. Whether you got a whole bunch of tickets or you got 1 ticket, your vote holds equal weight. Everyone can vote by going to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, to the Charity Initiatives channel. I'm going to be posting, as soon as I finish up this video, I'll be posting the options there, but I want to go through them with you folks as well. Post which game you want us to play. And whatever one gets the most votes between now and February 6th, that will be the game that we'll be playing on the 27th. In addition, there's going to be other things that you will be able to do. That may include, so far to date, we've had 1 charity session, and in that one, what we did is we allowed everyone on a dollar for dollar basis equal to whatever they donated. They were able to spend money and outfit our heroes in a recent charity session with some extra gear. So they got to pick what, we had a list of a shopping list of things, and that seemed to go over quite well. So we're going to do the same thing for each of our charity sessions as well too. It won't be quite the same thing because we're running different games and it'll be different options, but you will have an opportunity to actually participate in the games as well. In addition, on the charity sessions, we're going to try and involve everyone who has donated in other aspects of the game. For instance, the charity donors recently got to make a selection for what kind of NPC joined a recent game. So, and that's going to be on a weighted basis, or whatever or rather on a donor basis. If you donated, you get to have 1 vote, whether you donated $1 or whatever. However, those options for when you're outfitting our heroes, that's where if you did donate more than, say, someone else did, you'll have more money to spend. So you'll get a chance to vote on the sessions. And then what we're going to do is there are 5 different themed sessions between now and the end of year. And each of those, you'll have a chance, if you've donated during that period, you get a chance to vote on those sessions. And then at the end of the year, our very last session will be a greatest hits. So what we'll do is we'll have you vote again. Whoever donates for that last charity raffle will have all 5 games that we ran, all 5 other charity sessions, and you will vote on which one we go back to. So for our first charity session this year, as I said, each of them is going to be thematic. And the themes we're going to be touching on include post-apocalyptic, science fiction, high fantasy, horror, and dark fantasy. And in each of those different themes, you'll have 4 different games you get to vote on. We've recently ran, at the end of the last year, a little bit of sci-fi stuff, and we run an awful lot of fantasy on the channel as well, too, and we recently ran some horror. So to kick things off for our first charity session in February, we're going to be going post-apocalyptic. So the 4 games that you will get to vote on, and again, whichever one gets the most votes, that's the one that we're going to be playing. The 4 games are as follows. Well, before we get to that, let me just quickly touch on one other thing. So I mentioned that we'd already blown past the first $1,000 mark for the year, and what I had set mentally, I didn't get a chance to record this video yet because people were so generous with their donations. But because we've blown past the first $1,000 donation, I am currently in the process of prepping an overview in the style of my Pathfinder 2nd Edition, my AD&D 2nd Edition, and my 4th Edition D&D overviews, one for 3rd Edition D&D. So I've been collecting the necessary research stuff I need for it. We're going to be playing some one-shots using 3rd Edition to get myself familiar with it again and really feel out some of the nooks and crannies that I never got a chance to play back in the day. And then I'm going to record extensive, it will probably be a feature-length overview of 3rd Edition. 3rd Edition seems to be the most daunting of all of the editions that I've tackled to date, only because the core rules are what seems to have expanded so much into so many interesting areas over the course of this thing. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that. It will probably be several months from now, but I am doing that this year for sure. And I've got something in mind for when we hit 2,000. I'll announce what that is once we actually get to it, but I've got another big project in mind for when we hit $2,000, and I've also got for 3,000 and for 4,000. 4,000 is what we're hoping to raise for the year. But that is the first thing. So a huge thank you to everybody who has donated thus far. I'm staggered by the generosity of the community. And a small way of saying thank you is to start prepping this overview that I've had a few people, well, quite a few people request. So thank you for that. And I'm hoping that you will be looking forward to that. And you'll enjoy it when it comes, when it finally actually comes out. Now, getting back to the session. So, the first one we're going to be voting on, I said, is post-apocalyptic. So, the 4 games that you have to choose from when you're casting your votes, if you made your donation, and if you made even only a $25 donation or a $10 donation, if you donated to the charity, you get a chance to vote. So, the 4 things are, number 1 is a return to something we ran at our charity, our annual gaming marathon last year, and that's 6 More Vodka's Degenesis RPG. Degenesis is a super cool, very modern, very gritty, post-apocalyptic game. It has tons of tropes from the post-apocalyptic kind of genre, like kind of psychics and mutants and religious extremists and things like that. It's a fantastic setting. So that is one of the ones you can vote on. Number 2, a little more on the gonzo side, Savage Riffs. Savage Riffs is an adaptation of the classic kitchen sink gonzo setting of Riffs from Palladium Games, but adapted to the Savage Worlds system. We've made use of Savage Worlds several times on the channel, but it's one of those games that we enjoy the hell out of every time we run it, and then we promptly forget about it. So Savage Riffs I've run 2 times before, and it's phenomenal. It's a great adaptation of the game. I think it fits the feel and setting of the game, but that is number 2 option. Number 3 is a little more of an optimistic post-apocalypse, and this one is set the furthest in the future. That would be the future of the 5th edition conversion for Numenera. So number 4 or 3 on the list is this 5th edition Numenera is an option for us. We won't be adapting the traditional fantasy setting. It will be making use of the setting in Beneath the Monolith. So that is number 3. And number 4 is perhaps the most apocalyptic of the apocalyptic settings because it involves the near destruction of the universe. That is Warhammer Age of Sigmar role-playing Soulbound. This is a RPG set in the setting of the tabletop miniatures game of Age of Sigmar, and it is a world that has been stitched together after a near apocalypse. It's a really, really interesting game. It has very, very high-powered, kind of high-octane heroes. So there's going to be an interesting mix there of different approaches to the different apocalypses. So what you have now is just to go to the, again, when I finish this video, I'm going to go and repost this list there. Between now and February 6th, cast your vote for it if you've made a donation. And that is either Degenesis, Beneath the Monolith, Soulbound, or Savage Riffs. Whichever one gets the most votes, that's what we're playing on February 27th. And then in the 2 weeks before that, that's when you will also get a chance to to further participate and spend some of the money to help outfit the heroes, or perhaps make things more difficult for the heroes, depending on how you want to make those donations. So after that, our next themed session will be announced on March 21st. So March 21st is when I'm going to announce the next one, and you'll find out what the next theme is and what the next 4 games that you can vote on if you've made a donation. And then again, the draw will be on April 1st, 2021. So what you've got to look forward to if you are donating over the course of the year is we plan on having 3 different charity raffles over the course of the year. We're doing one on April 1st. We are doing one on August 1st. And then we're going to do one at the end of the year as well. So what we are, we know that for this first raffle, we're having those copies of the Beetle and Grimm, Rime of the Frost Maiden boxes, the Silver Edition, the Platinum Edition. The next raffle, the grand prize will be a copy of the Curse of Strahd Legendary Edition from Beetle and Grimm. As well as a bunch of other stuff as well, too. We're going to get some other stuff for you. And then we'll announce the prizes for the final raffle as well. But, yeah, that's what you've got. So hopefully this will give not only a chance to win some great gaming stuff, a chance to help out some kids, it'll give you a chance to participate in some of the games and guide the decisions for what kind of content you're going to be seeing, at least as far as the charity sessions go and what our heroes are equipped with. I'm also doing some impromptu stuff as well, too, for sessions. So if you are a donor, be sure to keep an eye on the Charity Initiatives tab on the Dungeon Musings Discord server. If you do want to, participate in the charity sessions or the other games that we've got, because I really want to make sure that you get the donors get a chance to participate in a way that is supportive of the game. We've been describing the viewers of the channel recently as occupying the 3rd chair at our game, and we want to make sure that as much as we can, make that a meaningful way of participating, particularly for the folks who have generously donated money to help out the people and the kids who benefit from SOS Children's Villages International. I'm going to double check and see if there is any questions in chat. I have no idea whether anyone is watching this, but if there are any questions, I'll address that. If not, then again, the things you have to look forward to is a charity session on February 27th. And if you are either not in a position to donate, or you're not, interested in donating, or it doesn't interest you to participate in these things, and all you'll want to do is just watch the session, that is more than enough that we could ask for. So if all that you're either able or willing to do is to join us in playing these sessions or watching the charity sessions as they come along, that helps us as well too, because that's what helps us kind of do our stuff here. So I do not have, looks like there's no other questions. Some folks in chat, howdy guys. No one else no questions about the initiatives, so I think I will close things up here by saying, once again, an enormous thank you to the people who have donated to the campaign thus far. I'm working hard on getting that 3rd edition overview together, or get my head around 3rd edition so I can be in a position to record that. We've got some really fun sessions planned for the charity initiatives this year, and some pretty great prizes as well, too. So, again, between now, if you've donated or you're planning on donating between now and February 6th, be sure to pop in on the Charity Initiatives channel, cast your vote for what we're going to play on February 6th. We'll make the final determination for whoever gets the most votes. That's what we're playing. And then you can join us on February 27th at our usual charity session time, which is 2 o'clock p.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. So that's Central Standard Time as well, too. So with that, I will say, once again, a very big thank you to everybody who has donated to the campaign thus far. We hope that you'll find these some interesting and engaging ways to say thank you to the generous donors. And until I see you again, I hope this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis as well as can be expected. Stay healthy, stay safe, and happy gaming.